Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the talking points away from the shows. A lot of social media stuff, a lot of rumors, bits of news, but we're going to start with this. This is Rikishi causing mass panic in the wrestling world today. This tweet viewed by 1.3 million people. Rikishi said, "Dear God, praying for strength and health to continue. Hashtag Jimmy Uso. Hashtag WWE Bloodline and Hawaii. Fatu, stay prayed for my boy, Jonathan." Fatu, if you played the video, there's it's slow-mo. It's like, "Dear God, please give me the strength I need to continue on this journey." Like, it's all really concerning, right? The image that this paints is that something is wrong with Jimmy Uso. If this was like a general, just let's pray for the, like, you know, good health and that everything continues and stays positive, you'd think he'd tag in other people like Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa, maybe other family members. But this was like specifically about Jimmy. Specifically about Jimmy, and this caused mass panic. There is an update. So Raymond, thank you. So Sean Ross Sapp said, in following up with people in WWE, they say that they've spoken to Jimmy Uso, who says he's fine. I don't have any further context beyond that, so that's it. I mean, that is literally everything we know. But obviously this was very concerning because we haven't seen Jimmy for quite a while, and we are all expecting him to return soon. So right now, I don't think there's anything to this, but definitely a situation that people are keeping a very close eye on. Right, let's have a look at Wyatt's, shall we? Because, wow, they've been busy today. So, Cerberus just tagging me in this thoughts. So, the JPEG file was Arbun, and obviously we believe that to be Braun when it's rearranged. We also looked at another meaning, but apparently there's another meaning as well. Arbun is a fish, which is known as a common Pandora. Pandora was responsible for releasing 7 plagues upon mankind in Greek mythology. So maybe that helps understand why they rearranged Braun into the Arbun work, because they could have rearranged it anyway, couldn't they? They could have done anything, but they did rearrange it that way. Turns out there's a few meanings for that, and one of them is a fish that, as we said, is also known as the common Pandora, and Pandora released 7 plagues upon mankind. I don't know if that's a little bit too far removed. It's very hard to know kind of where you have to draw the line, you know? Like, how far is too far? For me, that is Braun rearranged, and I'm quite satisfied with that. But it is fun just to have a look at some of the other things that it could be. So, Cerberus, thank you. Here's Jordan, who said the full Uncle Howdy mask that Bray wore on the final episode of the Firefly Funhouse is consuming Bo Dallas. What could this mean? And again, a big thank you to everyone that tagged me in this. It just helps, to be honest, because if I get tagged once, I could miss that. I don't know when they drop tweets. Normally, I'm asleep, to be honest, because I'm asleep in the middle of the day. I'm up at night, asleep in the day. I can easily miss these things. So the fact that so many of you tag me means that I definitely don't miss these things. So big thank you. I think I've responded to everyone that was kind enough to do that. And yes, for me, this is a circle, which is very interesting. I mean, it really does look like a red circle if the color was intact, right? And then it's actually circling around what looks to be an Uncle Howdy mask, a black Uncle Howdy mask, but you can see it's not Bray that's behind it, it's Bo that's behind it. So that's what I get from it. And again, if you just want to compare that to an Uncle Howdy mask up here, this isn't the black version. Bray has wore a black version. He wore it in the final Firefly Funhouse. I believe we've seen Bo wearing the black version as well. So there is a black version, but you can see the teeth, and then you can see how long the chin part is. So here's the teeth, and then you can see how long the chin part is. So, yeah, that's kind of checks out. That, to me, looks like it is that, but just in black. It looks a bit bigger on the face, though. But then this is superimposed on top, you know? I kind of feel like it probably, if it was to fit the face, should probably be a bit smaller, actually. It's quite big. But that's my interpretation of what we are looking at as well. I think it's not so much the image, actually, on this one that's got people talking. It's more this line, what we see is determined by what we look for, which is really interesting because it takes us down roads of you seeing basically what you want to see. We get that a lot, actually, I think, with people that think they can see faces in things. I get a lot of people going, is that Lily over here? Is that Lily here? Is that Braun? Is that Alexa? Like, it is like, it plays with your mind. Like, you can see things, and I've done it as well. I mean, if you go back through the history of these Wyatt Sicks videos, you'll see plenty of times where I'm saying, is there a little something here? Like, are we looking at... But again, you know, it's a phenomenon where you can sort of see what you are determined to see, right? So what we see is determined by what we look for. So, Lexi, thank you. I agree. So here's Ratchet the Owl, who said, here's the rest of the quotes. In the same field, the farmer will notice the crop, but the geologist will notice the fossils. The botanist will notice the flowers. The artist, the colouring. The sportsman, the cover for the game. Though we're all looking at the same thing, it does not all follow. Which is really interesting, isn't it? It's kind of thought-provoking that you could go into a field with 5 different people, and those 5 different people are actually looking at that same field in a slightly different way, seeing slightly different things, noticing and getting excited about slightly different things. So, yeah, really interesting. It's been quite thought-provoking, that one. I'll tell you, though, I mean, we will get to a little bit more on it. We're not leaving it yet, but I suppose my big question is, who is it aimed at? Is it aimed at us? Are they basically saying, like, when we're looking at the clues, we will see what we hope to see, right? Rather than what's actually there. Is it aimed at us, or is it aimed at Bo? Is it Bo talking to himself, you know? Or is it aimed at Alexa? I don't think this is aimed at Alexa, by the way, but you get my point. Who is this aimed at? Because that obviously changes things. And Nikki actually put out a tweet. So Drax Morningstar, thank you. So Nikki said they saved me. And then we got the full circle emoji. So just a pretty standard picture, actually, of Abby. And they saved me. I really like that. I don't think there's a great deal to dig into there, apart from she seems to be in good spirits at the moment. She seems to be reveling in this opportunity, and she's feeling saved. So I like that. It's good. Right, David said, I'm wondering if the Winthrop Journal could also be in reference to the Kintsugi Journal. Winthrop was a leader, as was Bray and Howdy. Could they be telling us to start paying attention to the journal, or maybe start looking back through the journal? I thought this was really interesting, right? The reason why is because David sent me this 14 hours ago, and then 9 hours ago, so 5 hours after, we get this, which is all about seeing what you are determined to see, maybe missing things that you're not looking for, right? So it's very interesting that David sent me that 5 hours before that tweet, so I thought that was really interesting. I wanted to include that. I Am the Colour Red said it could be Howdy looking in a mirror saying that statement to himself. Does he see Bo, or does he see Howdy? It all depends what he's looking for, which is a fun theory. I Am the Colour Red again said, I think he's talking to the fans, though, by saying that we see what we want to see. If we're looking for Braun Alexa references, then that's what we see. Right, this also did the rounds today, which was really interesting. I've never seen it before, but it was posted on the 25th of August, 2023. This is developmental footage of the Wyatt family, and it's really interesting because we have Bray, we have Harper, we have Rowan. I'm thinking this might be early NXT, just because I know that Bray was around at the end of FCW, but I'm not sure at what point Rowan joins the group. I've got a feeling it was more NXT than it was FCW, but it doesn't matter. It's developmental anyway, right? Well before they arrive on the main roster. And so you can see here, look, we've got Bray in the rocking chair. The look is pretty much there, right? There is Harper, look pretty much developed. That apparently is Viktor from the Ascension. This is Summer Rae. And there, of course, is Rowan. He's wearing a clown mask at this point, so he hasn't quite got to the sheep's mask yet. But there we go, just a real quick clip. It's only 24 seconds long of a look of the kind of Wyatt family evolving, developing. Obviously, Summer would not be part of that group, which I think was a real shame for her. Viktor would not be part of the group either. He would go on to join the Ascension, but we know that those three, of course, would. So, yeah, really good, really interesting. So a big thank you to Word of Wrestling. Tagged me in this like 15 hours ago. I found the footage. You'll definitely want to read the comment section. So looking at the comment section, Summer Rae says, "Oh my God, you found it. What a time. I'll never forget. I learned so much." Apparently she was made to go and watch like a load of Rob Zombie stuff to research for this role, which, as I said, a real shame for her that never came through. Bailey said, "I was so intimidated watching him making magic every week." Rob Naylor, who has posted this, said, "I remember he would pace around the back rooms at FCW for half an hour, working things out before he would walk up to the stage for his turn. It was intense, but he was on a mission. Then he just flipped a switch and be the fun, happy-go-lucky guy that we loved. We had such good group that was coming up, so maybe we are looking at the end of FCW at this point." But there we go. A few comments there from a few people that were around at the time. So really interesting. So yeah, just to summarize with that Wyatt stuff, I mean, I don't think there's a great deal that we can take from it. I don't think that there's anything that's setting us up necessarily for next week. It's maybe a little bit too early for like teases for next week. You know, we tend to get them at the weekend. So I think that Wyatt Sicks one, though, that was one that definitely got me thinking, and seemingly many of you thinking as well. Kelly the Wise Lady said, "This is why Cody is loved by everyone." So Cody here, so they were at the Astro Orbiter. I don't even know where that is, but and they spotted Cody and his family. I'm guessing Disney. Literally the nicest person ever. I didn't want to bother him. He saw me contemplating whether to go up and talk to him. He waved me over and he shook my hand and asked if I wanted a picture. So, you know, just Cody being a goat. News coming through that Janel Grant has got in touch with a PR firm ahead of that Vince Netflix docuseries. So SKDK are going to be working with Janel ahead of, I suppose she's just getting ready for whatever is going to be in that docuseries. I mean, apparently they did reach out to Janel, but I'm not sure if she is. I don't think she is. I think her lawyer might be. But either way, she's hired a PR firm to kind of deal with whatever the fallout of this docuseries is going to be. So that's interesting. Ashma, shout out to you. So here's Sheamus. He said, "Here's to many more years of getting paid for doing what I love most, kicking fellas in the face and having banger after banger. And thanks to each and every one of you beautiful legends." And then I don't know what that word means or says. So there we go. The Sheamus has signed an extension. Loads of people signing extensions. Apparently they are pursuing Liv and Rhea, and just they're trying to lock down so many people. I wonder if they're looking at this extra money that AEW are going to be getting soon from their new TV deal, and they're thinking, let's make sure that we've got everyone we want tied up so that no one's going to be tempted by all this extra money that AEW have got. Wicked Sicks, shout out to you. So Adam Pearce, this goes for a minute, but I'll just tell you, he basically answers the question, would he ever wrestle Nick Aldis? And he said something quite interesting. He said, I hung up my boots in 2014, but there's two groups of people that want to see that match. First is the people that want to see the GMs go at each other, but then the other is the group of people that watch NWA. And they want to watch the two most dominant NWA champions in recent history square off and go up against each other. So I know that there is a good chunk of people there that really want to see this match. My answer is, and then the video cuts off. So we don't actually get the answer. But I reckon he'd be open to it personally. The vibe I was getting is that, you know, if they approached him with the idea, I think he would do it. It's just not his say, is it, really? It comes down to if WWE want to run that match or not. And then here, look, AEW contract for Dustin Rhodes is set to expire soon. Now, I've got to think that AEW are going to try and lock him down to another deal. But if he is free, could you imagine the stories we could tell if WWE brought him back? Could you imagine the stuff that he could do with Cody? Like, I would love to see him go back to WWE, to be honest, but I think he feels a real connection with AEW. But I would love to see him go back. I think we could end his career the right way. So something to keep an eye on. And then I think we've only got the fun folder. So, yes, this was, we looked at that, the Bray Wyatt stuff. Here's the footage of the fan being yeeted. Right? So here you can see, look, Bronson grabbing the fan. The fan was there filming. The phone goes down and boom. I don't think we did a very good job of capturing that moment, to be honest. But it doesn't really matter because now we get to see this footage of it. Apparently this dude is a dude that they've used as a security guard before. Is obviously a local competitor. No surprises there. Big Bronson Reed said he shouldn't have been wearing that shirt. So, J Beans, thank you. Kojiko, thank you for tagging me in this. This is Arianna Grace, who has to do a little bit of detective work because someone has broken her crown.
I found this piece of my crown broken in my locker. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this and find out who broke my crown. Does this mean anything to you?
Baby, this is plastic. Is this a piece of your crown? Oh, no. I mean, I don't know, but if I could guess, JC.
JC, Lola said you broke this.
No, I didn't, but I wish I did. Go away. Ooh, this would make some pretty drip, though. No, sorry. Will you go away?
Doll, do you know what happened to my crown?
Your crown? I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Oh, okay.
It looks like an heirloom. Is it from your grandma? That's so sweet.
I have better things to do and better things to focus on, not your little crown. No idea, sorry.
Do you know who broke my crown?
No.
Oh, I don't know who broke. Okay. Arianna, I just got off the phone with my source. It was Mini Stacks.
I don't know who Mini Stacks is, but interesting to see Cora Jade there. Probably shouldn't be too surprised. She is a WWE superstar, but she's been out injured for so long. It's just kind of cool to know that she is around. So there we go. Arianna Grace. I love the music in the background. Wasn't that like the Law and Order music? So she was trying to figure out who had took or broken her crown. Right, here we've got WWE Superstars being asked to sign old pictures of themselves, which is really fun. I've seen quite a few different companies doing this. Seems to be a bit of a trend where they actually get old pictures and they get the stars to sign them so they can get their reactions. So let's have a look. I haven't actually watched this one all the way through. Let's see who they approach.
You mind if we get your autograph?
Maybe. I can't. Oh, man.
No!
Guess you guys picked the wrong one. Oof. I don't know what's happening. Who is that guy? Oh, so embarrassing.
I am still a little bit loopy, smiling because I am at a famous person in India's home with a great colleague.
Oh, God. What cooler way to go into a wrestling competition than gray sweatpants with pee stains on it.
Can you hit the pose for us? Nailed it.
Oh, this is random. This is my Facebook profile picture for like at least a year.
Oh.
No!
Swap.
Mental. This is me receiving some football awards.
This is our relationship captured in a picture. Since I was one of the very few English-speaking guys out there, and he'd take us out and help us, like, translate stuff. So we became very close, as you can see by the picture here.
Oh, dude. Where did you find this? Oh, this makes me sick. We need to search your internet history, dude. This is embarrassing.
You mind if we get your
There we go. So some good ones in there, actually. So I like the Otis one. I like the Grayson one at the end. That was good. Right here, Dave, thank you. This is Finn Balor's Instagram story. But there is Rhea looking at a picture of the new Judgment Day street trash. And she's not very pleased about it. Wrestle Night, shout out to you. Tagging me in this from Tyrese Haliburton. So he's responding to a photoshopped Ethan Page post. Fans at the airport are getting to be obnoxious. Respect the talent's privacy. So here is a photoshopped image. There is Tyrese Haliburton. He's got his Ethan Page doll, Ethan Page picture that he wants signed. Tyrese said, everyone knows this is photoshopped because who would actually want an Ethan Page action figure? So shots fired between those two. So there we go, guys. That was today's Unseen. I hope you enjoyed it. Some pretty fun stuff in there, and obviously we'll keep our eyes peeled for any more information regarding Jimmy Uso, but apparently everything okay. So thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support. See you next time. Bye for now.